And welcome everyone. Hope you guys are having a good evening. And I should switch the screen. There we go. We're gonna have a shitty background for a little bit because it's very bright outside still. And I just couldn't figure out a way to do it because it just shines through. So hope you can bear with it. Um, so yeah, we have endgame today, as you can see in the logo right down there. And yeah, I'm excited. We have just endgame today. A first stream of the spring season for the qualifiers, which is basically prove your skill. I'm gonna be doing EU only because I noticed well from doing NA in the winter season and EU, it just was very draining. So to change things up, I'm gonna be doing EU only. I might take a second server for the later stages. I haven't fully decided on that yet, but we'll see when that comes to it, I guess. I am, again, wearing the shirt, although it isn't the Blitz Cup, getting myself in the mood and everything. I might be a bit stiff with the starting commentary. I hope it's gonna be alright though, for the most part. And yeah, 5 minutes delay as usual. I will be showing replays in between the matches. And yeah. What else is there to say? I guess we could go over the groups, maybe? So let's do that. Assistant, here we go. Start from group 1. I should actually reset this. 1 second. There we go. Alright, so group 1 has mainly APA here, also Vale in the same branch. I think it's same as usual, semifinals, and you're qualified for the second stage. We have Immo here as well, actually, so Vale and Immo gonna meet here. Most likely. We've Recommend as well, Loka, Kraken is here, and Serenity, so quite a stacked group actually. Quite a big stack of high-level teams. Group 2 is less stacked though. We have another Recom team. Not sure which of them is the first, so can't really tell. We have Reti here, who've done pretty good in this winter season. Kraken again. Sparta, who have shown some good matches, and else. Not too much to mention. Group 3 shows a Shadow here, pushed forward. TSRH, solid from what I remember. Fuha did quite some upsets, surprisingly. And we have Astra down here, probably also showing what they can do, hopefully. And Group 4, we have another APA team here. Zenith waiting down the line. We have a Joe 46 team. Is that another Zenith team? I think it is. Just a second Zenith clan, I assume. Group 5 with BPS and another BPS? Okay. R2K here. Not the original though, keep that in mind. And ASP. And Czech Predators, both pretty good teams, so let's see what they can do. Group 6 is where we see Turk Tank, Fuha in the first. Oh, damn. TFCZ also did some pretty good rounds in the winter season, so expecting some from them to show here. Phoenix. What else do we have? Dosor, I think, because Russian team. And BHPP, probably going to be doing very solid here. And the group that we follow, Group 7, and that also Fugit follows, the only two streamers today, he is seeing Raid, and we are following Endgame here. We also have RNG, who we might meet here. So yeah, we might meet Fugit in the finals. Will be fun to see if that happens or not. And yeah, let's get this out of the way. And that's more or less the brackets. Man, that green screen is really bad. What is going on? Let me see if I can adjust that a little live right now. Oh no, my hair is going away. We want that to stay preferably. So let's see if I can adjust it a little bit. Get rid of some of the flickering. I think this has to just do it at this point. because the lighting is all messed up because it's bright outside because summertime. So haven't fully been able to adjust this yet. I'm sorry. But yeah, we should be getting our invites fairly soon. Let's just make sure here. If it is the top 4 teams advancing. There's the room invite. Yep, top 4 teams. Alright, so main goal here for all of these teams is gonna be the semis. After that, it's just all about where you want to go. We're first in the room in game and NR not here yet. It's gonna be main runes, tiebreakers, I think, a Neville Frontier. So yeah, I'm gonna always have the clan logo, if possible, on the next to me, and also in the description for those who don't quite pick up on that, so that you always know which clan I'm following. I always also will put it on Discord. I just put it for EU only today. I might add the other servers too. We'll see. So yeah, hope you guys are gonna have an enjoyable evening. There's nothing there yet, so let's just chill. Unless I just straight up can't see anything, which would be a bit worrying. So, you know, let's hope everything is gonna work out. And yeah. Let's say hello to some people. Let's greet you guys. Penta Strike, Dark, Gaming Hub, Subaru, Yusuf. We have Miggy here, Jay. What Reaper, Term. Convince me to stay or I will go watch Fugit. You can watch who you want. Honestly. That's up to you. We're covering the same group, so it's a bit unfortunate that we don't get to cover that a bit more than I guess we'd like to, but you know, you can watch who you want. That's up to you to decide. Hey Nathan. Hello Panzer. Risto. Genhard. Froster. Layla's here. Hello Layla. Luke. Hey, Boom is here too. Look at that. And yeah. You guys are gonna enjoy it. Object. What are you doing here, mate? Ah, there we go. We have some people in. Either they're hidden or they're just not showing up. I hope they do, else we're gonna have a 30-minute break of just nothing. Which is gonna be a bit less interesting, if I'm honest. Also, hi Yusuf. Do I look like Daki with no beard? I mean, do I? I don't know. I don't think I look like Daki, honestly. I'm just shaven, that's all it is. I don't know, is Object streaming his perspective again, I wonder. Let me see. Because he did that in the winter season. Fugit is also already running around with his stream. It appears like Object is not streaming. Or am I just not seeing it? Where is he? There he is. No, not streaming. That's fine by me. Alright, enjoy your games, guys. And just another reminder, 5 minutes delay. So, if you have any questions, put them in the chat, but I'm not gonna be able to answer immediately. You will have to wait for that delay to kick in. And it seems opponent 1 does not quite want to show up. Also, a bit confusing, we have quick tours on the same day as our previous skills. Not sure if this was done as well previously. I don't think it was. We got 105 teams because of that. That's not a lot. It really isn't. We got 1 in game, also missing 2 at least. Come on. It's not gonna be fun if we don't show up, is it? Not quite exciting. What are we gonna do here? Not show up, I guess. Let's check. We are groups 7. There's no 8. Endgame. Is that a new team? I guess it's not loading in time, but there's not going to be a match here because, you know, there's no players other than Dan in this VK. So it's going to be a technical victory here for endgame. Yep, there we go. That's one game down. It's really unfortunate, honestly. You'd like to see at least some action. Hate him. Let's look this way. It is a new clan, yeah. I guess they gave up. That's what I'm assuming happened here. Genzi's not playing Spring now. We're not attached clan, so we're not doing that. It's just nothing we can do. Alright, so... a bit unfortunate. Not a lot we can do here. Hello, Super Fox. So I'll be showing replays. Because this is going to be over quickly. If you want your replays to be shared as well, feel free to do so on the Discord server in the designated channel. I'll go through them in order. Update is coming tomorrow, so I'm gonna see if I can go through as many of them as I can possible. But, you know, gonna highly doubt it. I don't even know which I can still view and which I can't, so we'll have to look at that. Hey Xenox, ANet4. Hello Indy. 30 seconds, no enemy. Huh. Close game. It's a bit unfortunate, but I have to deal with it, I guess. Also, a quick mention has to be made. I did my research. And Hollow is Nicola. And if he's in the lineup right now, he's not, but Shoko also renamed himself to, what is it? Ahmed Zion. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not gonna try. So yeah. Rather unfortunate first round, I guess. That game goes to endgame pretty convincingly. So the next game is at 30. So let's look into some replays. And just see where we go from there. I'm gonna see the oldest. Can I still view this? Oh, they still work. Nice. Alright. We're gonna be going through a lot of replays. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25. 26 replays are lined up here. We're not getting through all of them. That's not gonna happen. Hey, Fun Park. Should put my mouse cursor off screen so you guys can't see it. It always triggers me when I see a YouTube video and there's their mouse cursor on stream. It's on the screen. It's like, why? It's so easy to remove. So yeah, let's see what Panz is able to do here in his 1-1-3. On Vineyards. Hope the sound and everything is fine. Just let me know if there is any issues in chat. Although it's gonna take 10 minutes fixing, at least. From you hearing this, to me seeing it, to then you getting the fix. Nice. Dark always tryharding? Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it would be preferred if you guys could talk in English. You know, preferably. Just so that the moderators can understand you guys. This is a terrible position, by the way. I'd not want to be here. Not with an E75 clinging on me like that. Yeah, it was a really tough opponent. Not sure how Endgame was able to win this. Why did he hit that to not... Oh, he hit the upper plate. Okay. Oof. Nice one. I mean, he's done solid damage. 2.4 is not bad. 1800 blocked as well. The 113's armor buff really helped it a lot. I don't think it was necessarily needed to get that buff. Or like it wasn't anything that was like highly required for this tank to perform. Because it was able to do so before that, right? But with the armor that it has now, it's able to just withstand a lot more. Trade better. All that good stuff. Nice Maxer. Well timed there. Team's doing okay, I think. I mean, they're all pretty low. More or less one-shots, so let's see what he can do. Ah, yeah, Tim might remember that. Alright, East 75 is being reckless. His Emil is a one-shot. Snap. Nice. There we go. Now it's just a question of where's the batch at and how much is he on. And there he is with 1100. Yeah, I saw that net for. That's their team name now. I hope they are playing their opponent. It was Blitz Cup, Tim. Come on. And it was like 5 months ago. How could you forget already? You nub. He gets some nice shots on that bad shot, by the way. As long as he doesn't mess up here. Like take a full clip or something. He should be able to win this, not gonna lie. Good shot. Looked promising. Oh. Oh, he got that. Nice. And he hit the blind shot. Let's see what he can do here. 5 kills. See if he can get to 6. Just move in. What are you waiting for? At this point. Ooh, that was some lag. Like either you drag this out and your E75 dies, so you drag it out even more. Or you just lose out on that 6th kill. That was just bad aim. The first one was lag, you know, that happens to everyone. The second one was just not well aimed. Come on, you can do better than that. Ah, he was so close to greatness too. He was off 3 damage. No. Just do overtime for all the replays. I mean, I could, technically. Depends on if I feel like it later on. Let's throw in the next one. Let me just check the group tables. See about any current results right now. Let me just crop this a little. Can I throw this on here without being massively annoying? Yes, I can. Nice. So, Dodge managed to win that game. Vale won. Wreckham won. That's it for Group 1. Drink won here. Reti won. Unsurprisingly, Kraken too. Then these 2 teams down there. Group 3. Not a lot has happened here yet. Fuha has won though. I should get rid of that bar. There we go. Zenith is through. Joe 46 is through. I'm just mentioning teams that we have to keep an eye on. or that we could keep an eye on. BPS is through with their other team. ASP is through. Not a lot of teams done yet. Fuha won with their other team. BHBP, obviously. Phoenix and Quick. And in Group 7, Raid is playing their opponent. Good job, Raid. Having a tough fight there. Endgame also. Just barely managed to win. 57. Just gonna play Raid next. That's gonna be fun. RNG and UN are still playing. Damn. Alright. That's it for our quick excurse into the current brackets. There we go. I can do language. Who is this replay even from? Not sure. Because the Discord user is deleted. That's what it says on the message. And I am slightly see-through. We should change that. I'm not a ghost, by any means. Oh, that makes it behind me look very bad. Oh no. I am gone. Let's not fool around too much. Let's be a bit more serious here. How do I fix that? I wonder. Turn this up more, turn this down more. I mean, I guess this is fine, right? Whatever. Now we just have an emitting shadow behind me at all times. What do you mean tryhard? What am I tryharding with? I mean, to my already still have like 23 replays to go through. I don't think I can add any more than that. Hello, YouTube Games. Hi, Toonsy. So yeah, we're just going to be enjoying replays here whilst we wait for the next game to occur. Gonna be between UN and RNG. One of those two is gonna be our opponent. Nice shot. That's a bit of a lag one. Damn. Dark throwing some harsh language out there, not gonna lie. That's pretty harsh. Considering you're both in the same clan now. Just being pretty careful here. Maybe a bit too cautious. But I guess when you're down 2 tanks, you don't want to risk too much. Even so, you're not gonna win by just sitting still. That's not gonna happen. Nice. Easy shot. Got a bit of a low roll there though. But even so, if he just rolls average on the d5, he should be able to kill him. But given the fact that he rolled for 500 before, you know. We'll see about that. Oh, that helps. This Progetto's a one-shot now. You know what? Let's expand this. Can see what tanks are left. Because I'm too lazy to go for the symbols. T22 is playing carefully. His team just absolutely died. Convenient maxo. What is this IS-8 doing? I wonder. He's just chilling. He got heshed on top of his turret. And he has the stock one too. Feels bad. So it's just the T22 left now. And that E100. Damn. That's gonna be some fun stuff. That E100 there just farming. But he only has 2 minutes left, so, you know. You want to hurry up a little. Usually. Because this thing doesn't have a lot of DPM, and, I mean, his IS-8 is pretty much dead at that point. He's a one-shot to the E100. He's loading HE here for the T22, which is smart. Don't rush your shot. That was close. That was really close. There's no rewards for watching these streams. Sorry to tell you that. But you have nothing to gain here. Other than some hopefully quality gameplay by these tournament teams. It's a bit sad to see that people are expecting rewards now. Wargaming made it a bit too much of a commodity, but I mean, that's to be expected. None of the Prove Your Skill streams will give you any rewards. None of them. He just lost with that track shot, didn't he? Or, well, at least made it a draw. Rip. He can't reload at a third time. That is annoying. Unless he high rolls like an absolute god here. Which, you know, he did before, but he's gonna have to roll even higher than that. And I highly doubt he could do that. So if he just was a little more patient on that shot. If only. Really nice damage though, nearly 6k. For a tank with that crap DPM, you know, that was pretty well played. Let's have Dread from RNG, who might be our next opponent. What is going on with my background? Jesus Christ, wait. If I enforce light on it. Oh god, that is a lot better, but I'm a lot brighter. Jesus Christ. I am pale, but not that much. Let's turn that down a bit. About this much should be fine. Alright. I have light shining at me now, so... You know. Let's see if that helps me anything. Why are you going middle, Dread? What is this plan? I wonder. His only medium didn't go middle. The enemy medium and light did not go middle either. So we have a Jagdpanzer here. On Canyon. What the hell, dude? Snap, blind? Oh. No blind shot, I guess. Because he's spotted now. But still a snap. I love how he's not even spotted here. This is just ridiculous. He's gonna get spotted here though. Like a refrigerator. Damn. 600 in the butt. But yeah, as I said, he was gonna get spotted there no matter what happens. Aw, do it to him. Please do it to him. Yes. Yes. Nice. 11,000. Pretty good. 13 hit points though, you know. Would have been nice to have a kill there. Where's HE49? I don't think they're participating. At least I didn't see that team when I checked the brackets. Here we go. Clean finish. Still a bit annoyed. Fugit is still ignoring me. Aww. Let me just message him again. Because I had a pretty good idea. Alright, so someone needs to go to Fugit's chat now and tell him to look at his Discord. Unless he's quick enough to react himself. Which I sometimes doubt. Any help to win in high tiers? Not really, no. I guess the main thing you could say is just get down the game mechanic basics. Hold down, side scrape, spotting, the bush stuff, all of that more or less down in low tiers. And once you're confident in those, go to higher tiers. It's gonna help you a lot. But rushing high tiers and being like, how do I win the best is not an option. It's just, you need to learn it and then just apply it. It's of course not gonna work every time, but there's just no hard solution to win. Else there would be people that win all the time. And you know, that's not really a thing. That's wishful thinking at best. Hey A&P. Enjoy your dinner, dog. Panzer, come on. Should I just go to Fugit to stream myself? Let me shout at him for a second.
They will take.
No, Fugit, they will not. Can you check your Discord DMs, please? There we go. Alright. Shouting at Fugit complete. Nice. Let's see if Dread can win this now after his spectacular play of a Jagdpanzer in the middle of goddamn canyon. Still can't believe he did that. And he only ever took one shot for it. That's insane. 221. Damn. Good morning then, Manuel. Or would it even be morning in that sense? I don't know. I mean, it's 8:22 here, PM. Oh, there he is. Ah, yeah, there we go. Nice. He's up for it. Great. Just pitching an idea to Fugit. Let's hope it goes well. I am bright, yes. I have been enlightened. Wait, I don't think he can win this now, can he? Rip! No, he can't. Wait, is he gonna die here? No, he's not. Another draw! Wow. If he hadn't missed one of his shots, huh? Right, 24. Is there another short replay I can show? Like a really short one. 4 minutes, 2 minutes, there we go. That's a 2-minute game by Senko. Let's see what he can do. Did I say 11,000? I'm an idiot. Alright, let me just check on the assistant really fast to see. So our opponent is not RNG, but UN. Yeah. Raid is playing 57th. Alright. Anything else surprising here? Just going through this quickly. I know I'm not showing it. Don't worry about it. R2K won their first game too. They're gonna play the other BPS team now. I feel like I've shown these replays already, but they're not marked off, so I haven't. Unless I did and I just don't remember. I'm just a fast typer. I'm very calm. Oh, that is such a nice hedge, dude. Oh, yo. I definitely feel like I've shown this replay before. But I just cannot remember it by the life of me. Oh. That was an intentional gun block, I think. I think I was looking where he's aiming at. Although he did it in first person, that's a lot harder to do. I think third person gun blocks are a lot easier. But that's just me. Yeah, that was a nice farming session here. That's a pretty easy 4k damage round if I ever saw one. Hey Grapes. Hello. Joe. Sorry, I just had to get into a mood a little. GG. Alright, and now we can be prepared for what Endgame has to show for us against UN. Oh, there's the room invite. I thought. Ah, this bug is still a thing. It's so annoying. I hope they fix that someday. Winch here first. We have Rockfield. Let's check what the tiebreaker is. In Group 7. Loading. It is Alpenstadt. Alright. How did the game UN RNG go? What's the tiebreaker? Okay. Would have liked to see that game. Alrighty then. Let's see what they got for us. But I still have 4 minutes left. Maybe I should have taken a replay that is a little bit longer. Yes, 5 minutes delay, Grapes. Stop saying hi twice. Fugit didn't spoil my idea in his stream. But I'm not sure if he did talk about it or not. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, UN is starting to come in as well. I don't remember any of these players. Maybe a new team, who knows? Shoko's still not here, I guess. Doesn't want to play today. Wait, is he even in the lineup? 1 second. Is he even in the lineup? So yeah, this is Shoko. This is Nico. The rest haven't changed their names. Should be familiar to you guys, I assume. Toby. Come on, what is this? Toby. Yes, you're slacking off, mate. At least Object is pushing it up a bit. Alrighty then. It's gonna be interesting to see. Our first actual commentary game, because we didn't have opponents in our first round. They did not want to show up. Usual Rockfield meta is usually a hard hold on A or a rush strat kind of thing on C. So it's obvious that we see a lot of E5s here. The more E5s you see, the more aggressive a team usually is. So we can judge on that. Also, Kranwagens are gonna be obvious choices here. And, you know, Avikas is not too surprising either. More or less the tank of choice for lights. Although the Batchet now, with its slight buff, definitely usable. I mean, it was before as well, but it's a little bit nicer to have. So yeah. We have quad e5 here so far from UN. Hey, Epic. An IS-4 and a Kranwagen. Now, what would I do if I was UN? With that lineup in mind. I would probably play over A with sending the IS-4 into the cap, Kran holding, 2 e5s down, the Vickers spotting around C and the other e5s just accompanying around A. That's what I would do. Not sure if when is gonna do that. Would be cool if I were to read them like that though. So, you know. We'll see about that. We have Endgame readied up with their lineup. Okay, you're not gonna be allowed to play that. I'd love to see it, but I don't think Nico is gonna let him. We have, otherwise though, one Kranwagen as well. Double T22 here, Endgame wanting to play with a lot more mobility in mind. Thinking about flanking maneuvers as such. And then triple e5 here. So, going with less armor, but a more well-rounded lineup. We have double Krans here for a good pushing and also holding tank. Very good even. It's just a very solid lineup, whilst I think the one from UN is a little bit more specialized to a certain thing they want to do. Whilst these well-rounded lineups, like Endgame is taking, is more of a we can react to anything, kind of. So let's see what these teams are able to do here. In our first game today, at least for us. So let's see. I was fully wrong. We are seeing a hard C approach from both sides. Nico there. I'm gonna call him Nico because I remember him that way. Hollow. Holding back a little. We have a boost going on from UN, wanting to push the Vickers up, and they are able to do it. Not sure for what purpose he is up here. But I assume it's to just overlook the heavies and help out these two over here. And let's see. Early damage coming in. Object here already loses the ammo, right? Early C cap as well. And the UN trap down there has been spotted. Endgame though lost a little bit more than they really wanted to here. But I think they might have realized that Vickers shot. I'm not quite sure though. We already see a rotation. That is very fast. The IS-4 has been spotted down there. Radek here has to be careful not to get shot from that Vickers. They probably should have intel about that position. But if they can expect someone to be up there specifically is a different task. Orca here not quite wanting to cap just yet. Deciding to avoid it. Goes in now. UN here pushing onto the C cap here. Are gonna steal it. Endgame there. Very split currently. Having Winch on A. Orca on B. And last there around Orca. C stolen and UN currently here trying to be a lot more aggressive. Pushing onto these E5s here. Karolek is gonna be the focus. But they have lost a lot of hit points crossing. An object here should be able to help him out quite a bit. Does get blown up here, I think, for 800. They have lost their IS-4 on the other side, though. Object here still holding. Peach down to a potential one-shot. And endgame. Now moving in with these T-22s here. Last able to get a clear. Object very low, drawing himself out. And endgame is getting an advantage here. The E5 is burning up. He's down to a one-shot. Orca here should be able to go for a clear. Unless Radek does so instead. Yellow here just gonna get farmed. The Vickers has decided to move down here. Gets last out. It's a 4v4. It's not fully over yet, but it's looking very grim for UN. They're being surrounded here. They cannot push on that Kranbang. He's way too healthy. Focus fire off the side of endgame. Very, very strong. Very good push from... Oh, that is a big ammo rack from Orca there. But a very good push from UN. I did like the idea of deciding to split or wait for endgame to split, which they did. They had a tank in A, they had 2 tanks down here, which ended up clearing the IS-4, but they were underprepared here. But I think the Vickers was just not far enough. I don't know when he dropped down. I'd have to re-watch that. But very well played here from endgame there, taking that back. But it was a very good start from Win, I must admit. I was very surprised. So let's see what they can do in the next game. We see a 215B here, Orca. Going for that great gun DPM and good mobility for a heavy tank, although I think the E5 outspeeds the FV. Definitely a holding tank, not a tank you want to push with. Because if this tank gets focused out, it burns very often. So Orca probably in a defensive location, maybe around A, holding that. That's what I would assume. But I've been wrong last game, quite as heavily. So let's not put too much money on that. Still going with double T22 though, endgame liking that DPM advantage. In general, the lineup here the same. We just have only Nico in the Kranwagen now. And how do I say this? Enfrakai or Enfrasite? One of the two. Now taking an IS-4 as well. One less E5, the rest stays the same here. It's going to be interesting to see. That was a very good pushing strat from Wen. It's just, I think their focus fire just fell apart near the end. And they lost a lot whilst crossing in, because endgame were able to recover. They're very good with dealing with pushes. Although they're very, very split. So this could have gone either way here at some points in that game. But now leading here. Endgame 1-0. We are moving on to the next game. It's match point, as this is a best of 3. Orca here showing off his blue octopus camera. And let's see what we can expect from both these teams. Yet again, we see a approach sided towards C. This time, no climb here. Or no boost. Is he able to climb it himself, though? That is the question. And Frostite is already taking damage here. Peach as well, but the Vickers is up. And Winch is in a very troublesome situation right now. Very strong in randoms, but a coordinated play by the enemy team can kill this easily because of the tanks down there, someone here, or just down. And these tanks over here. This can go very wrong very quickly. But endgame here. Pushing hard on these 3 E5s. Absolutely singled out. They saw 2 tanks down. Not sure if they saw the Kranwagen, but 3 E5s alone is signed for a push. They are gonna lose Radek though. Peach here goes down, and there's still the Vickers. He can easily rain down upon these E5s. Has to be very careful though. Yellow here, the last one left of the bunch. Re-arc here, and Smoke now joining the fight, but quite a big difference now. We are 2 tanks down compared to endgame. We are down a lot of hit points as well. Both the T22s and the FE, meaning all of the main DPM from endgame is still on board. And even if the Vickers is constantly firing, he's not providing his hit points of any use here. Which means that UN is basically a tank down here. And Anthracite down there just wasting his time. With Nico and endgame here is gonna swoop this one. Very strong game. Very decisive as well with that push. Seeing these 3 tanks isolated. Deciding to go for them after spotting 2 below. I really don't know if the Kranwagen was spotted. Because if it wasn't, then that was quite a big gamble. So, very good game. And again, when deciding to try out a climbing strand here, trying to be passive, but against an aggressive team like Endgame, it's not gonna work like that. And are gonna get taken out here 2-0. But with a very valiant effort, and GG to both teams. And congratulations to Endgame for moving on to the next stage. Ah, hey Jack, how you doing? Nice. Yeah, as we can see here, the DPM tanks, they kept alive until the end, unless other than Winch, who did die at the very end though. And this is what you want to see if you play like this. Your heavies, your main damage tankers, aren't supposed to necessarily do a lot of damage. It would be, of course, nice. But the tanks that are focused on doing a whole lot of damage, which in this case were the T-22s and the FV, did a lot of it. And they got 5 of the kills as well. Meaning, you need to be able to preserve these tanks. Wen didn't have these other than the Vickers, but he was far away anyway. So there wasn't much to go off of here. And just very strong display from Endgame. Very well played. Let's have a quick look at the brackets again. See if any other teams have quick finished this here. Vale has already beaten Immor. That was very fast. Group 1, probably the harshest here with Vale, Immor, APA, Wreckham, Kraken. Oh, Wreckham already finished as well. Loka and Serenity. That is quite the lineup. Reti already beating their opponent in Group 2. Group 3 has Shadow beating Nomad. DWF already beating APA. Oh, that is interesting. Group 5 is BPS beating the R2K team. It is not the original, so I'm not surprised, if I'm honest. Cashier already beating their opponent. Group 6 has Phoenix already winning over Tess. And in Group 7, both Raid and Endgame already winning their games. Very strong performances here. Now it's just up to their opponents to decide who will have to go up against them. And with that said, all these teams have now that are winning these current rounds are qualifying themselves for tomorrow. Or, well, in 2 days, because tomorrow is the update. Meaning they don't necessarily need to win now, but it would be nice to, obviously. So they're gonna go with their best and see what they can do. No, Ernest, no one is streaming. That only me and Fugit are streaming, and we ended up being in the same group. So, you know, it's unfortunate. Jack is streaming this season, but only the second days, from what I remember. Like the second of each. I'm gonna name my titles or my streams as before in the winter season. 1 for day 1, like this one, and then 0.5 for what is then the second stage of these tournaments. So, yeah. I think Jack is streaming those. That would be my 0.5s only, due to personal reasons. Which is, I mean, it's fine, right? Nothing to worry about. What else was going on in the chat? Let me just catch up to that. Oh, Jack was here for a while. Didn't see that, I'm sorry. So I was last here. Hello, Dennis. I am from Germany. Hello, Alfredo. Hello, Dia. Or Dija. I'm not quite sure which of the two. There's no rewards in these streams. None of the prove your skills will give you any. That's already been answered. I was quite surprised by the UN boost. Gotta be honest with that. I didn't expect any real boosts happening. But that's just more or less because I just didn't expect them in general. Hello, Basia. Hello, I am nobody. These are best of threes, yes. Alright. Caught up to the stream. And Sanity here just farming in the middle away. Was it? Yeah, it is Sanity. Okay. Yeah, I mean the second climb was really not much sense to it, I think. Why is he playing in third person so much? The first one I still somewhat get, because he was able to overlook a lot. And although it doesn't actually make sense, because Wen decided to go with an aggressive game, meaning that a defensive boost like that makes no sense from a position standpoint. The second position makes sense because you just see so much of the map that an aggressive game can work. But the first one just didn't. They would have had to play that passively, really. Nice farming though from Sanity. Jesus Christ, already on 6k. Also, hello playoff. Don't think I've said hi yet. For those curious that are on my Discord server. Where's my cat? I hear my cat. Is he new? He can... 1 second. Hello. Say hello to the stream. Yo, look at him. Look at you. What do you want, big boy? Yo. Yeah, look at him. They want to see you. They like you more than they like me. What do you think of that? Nice game by Sanity. Well played. Yo, you enjoy this, don't you? Yo, getting all of this attention. Damn, that is some sick damage number. 6996. Nice one. Well played, mate. And that's in 4.5 minutes. We have a replay from Yusuf now in the 301. Following that one up. Playing with his brother. Alright. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, my boy. Come on. You want your attention now. I get it. I totally get it. Hello. Hello. Yo. Hello. Yo, hello. Let me see if I can put my camera angle a bit lower. There we go. He's just laying there, menacingly, chilling on the keyboard. Or below it. Yeah, you enjoyed. Oh. I stopped the replay. You can't do that, mate. Let's keep it going. He just went on my spacebar. You can't do that, man. Now I'm full of hair. Can you not lose that much hair, my friend? Your fur is all over my table again. Why you do this? Hmm? Why you do this, mate? I don't know why he does this. I can't see him right now, can you? Focus on Yusuf's gameplay. Genhard, that is an application called Blitz Assistant that you can download. Can you not kick stuff around from my table? Thank you. And he left. Hey Bear, how you doing? Hello Chubifi, I think so you say that. Hello Seek, hello Thomas. I thought he was gonna meow again. There's hair on my microphone now. Hello, Vidosic. Who's been doing some good farming simulator so far. Well done. His brother also still going on over there with his E5. The good old trusty sheriff. Really good tank, honestly. I'd focus the TS, it's more dangerous than an IS-3, because a lot of people don't know how to pen a TS. So I'd shoot that more. Because, you know, you can't always trust your team to pen stuff. So sometimes it's better to shoot the harder target.
Can you not meow back there? Can you not do that?
I think he wants to climb my wardrobe again. Can you stop?
No climbing allowed for you, my friend.
No climbing in this room. He wants too much attention. Man, Yusuf just wrecking this damage in. Jesus Christ. Already on 4k. I think he should be a bit more aggressive now, though. He's just leaving his team to die. He's doing the right thing here, moving. Although, his brother's in a really good position. Alright, he wants to go out of the room. One moment.
Oh, sorry, my friend. That was your toe.
Well, it's not a toe, it's a paw. I'm sorry. Good. Focus fire here. Target priority is on point. There we go, Yusuf. Get that guy next. Nice. Look at that. Look at him go. I'd shoot the tiger first. Speed can just shoot from above with his sheriff. And he can just draw in the attention. Ring around Rosie here. But the focus should definitely be on the tiger for both of them. Yeah, there we go. He's doing the right thing, pushing down here. Take the tiger shot. Never mind, that works too. Man, those two are really playing well together. I mean, you know, you'd expect that. I'm waiting for this game to end and we're gonna have another look at the brackets. GG, dude. 7 kills in the platoon, both survived. What a great game from Yusuf. Really well played, man. Look at that. Look, 34 shots. Jesus Christ. Calm down, dude. Room is not up yet, obviously. Alright, let's have another look at the brackets. Serenity and Wreckham, so local loss, that is interesting. And APA managed to win, so they're going to be playing against Vale now. All these 4 teams are through for tomorrow. Group 2, Wreckham, Reti, Sparta, and WNRS. So we have 2 Wreckham teams in tomorrow. Good performance. Group 3, oh, Tesseract lost. I'm surprised by that, to KV4. And Shadow, FE207, and Fuha are through. Group 4 has DWF, I always say it the wrong way, and Zenith, as well as IV and IW, sorry, and S1A. Why am I struggling with clan tags? Come on. BPS and BPS, so 2 BPS teams through for tomorrow. Cash and Evico, I think, I guess, not sure. Group 6 is TFCZ and Phoenix. So Fuha here not able to get a second team in. Quick and A1N1. And in Group 7 we have POG versus P0G. Andrade versus Endgame and RGT. Alrighty then. So those are our, how much is that? 28 teams that are going through for tomorrow's final stage. Congrats. Let your cat play a little. No, I can't do that. You could hear the cat purr. That's always the best, if you can hear him purr. Discord is bugging out right now, it seems. Yes, the app is also on mobile. You can find it in the Microsoft Store and on Android. But it's a bit harder to find there. I don't know why though. Makes no sense. We're just waiting for the room invite right now. Alright, just making some small talk to Fugit. Quote unquote small talk. I wouldn't really call it that. Alright. Discord is being wonky right now, it seems. Nice. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the games. I hope my commentary is somewhat on point. If I do pronounce any names wrong, I should mention that a bit earlier next time. Please let me know. It is definitely not on purpose. Alrighty then. Come on, where's the invite? We should be getting that anytime soon. 4 minutes? Did they move the starting time? I thought it was a clock. I should have paid more attention. Ah, it's 4 past. Well, there's the room invite. Could have shown another replay. My mistake. So we get Dynasties and Canal as a tiebreaker. Interesting. Canal is always lovely as a tiebreaker. Dynasties, usually we see a lot of German steel here. Depends on, you know, what they do. But this is a map where you see Germans the most on. Let's put it this way. Because it's not a tank type, in a sense. / nation used often. And this is one of the maps where you can just let loose with mouses. Even VKKs, partially. Of course, the VKPs are also very dominant. E100s as well, of course, but they're risky to take. Just like the mouse, because they're very tall. Can't play the middle very well. It's very risky. Alright, see ya, Duck. Although you're gonna get this late. So yeah, it's time for the next match to begin. It's gonna be fun, hopefully. Alright, both teams now with 7 players. Let's see what they can do here. We're gonna see Kanbangs, obviously, E5s, Ice4s, that's the typical. I'm not expecting mediums too much or even a light, because I see a Vickers right now. I'm assuming that's gonna get changed unless they really want to either flank around the park and have the rest hold city, or just play park fully. That's all up to what they end up doing with their team. So yeah. Nice. Anyway, let's focus here. Oh, we see some 1-1-3s returning. Look at that. That is nice. Triple Ice 4, double 1-1-3. They're mainly there to balance out the DPM. I can assure you that much, because... Damn. Mouse and then E100. E100 is risky. It can work really well, but if you don't pen your shots, it's just hit points on tracks, really. That's all there is to it. We see her death. Oh, come on. Okay, you're not gonna be playing that, are you? He might. He might. Let's see. Double mouse? Double Kranwagen, perhaps? Regen Karo. Yep. Double Kran, double E5, and the Death Star. Oh my god. No, the tournament is not over yet. We still have this round and then one more. Which will either be match for third place if Endgame loses, or the finals if Endgame wins. I would love to see Orca play the 183, but... And it ain't happening. But he's playing a 263 now. I mean, let's not say playing. He has it selected. Let's see what he goes from there. Oh. What is he gonna take? What's it gonna be? Orca, ready up. Oh, he takes an E5. Lane. Alright. Let's see what both these teams are able to do. RGT. First time hearing of, which doesn't necessarily need to be a bad thing. So let's see what they can pull off here. With that nice double 1-1-3. E100 has to be your main focus as well here. As a damage dealer, really good for trading. So let's see what they can do here. Have 7 versus 7 heavies. No mediums, no lights, no tank destroyers. Endgame here, going for the park. I think there's quite a big difference between whether you decide to go park or don't. Because if you do, you have pretty much options open into all areas. Whilst when you're in the city, you limit yourself very, very heavily to only these alleyways that you can work with here. Because you get just tunneled out really hard. So let's see what RGT is able to do with it. They're gonna be behind in caps because of the early C camp here from endgame. Double mouse typical in the B Street here. From both Nico and the Winch. Currently falling back. We might see a shot coming in from the IS-4 if he dares to go that risky. With a 1-1 free trap back here being set up. They might be a little bit too close, although no, not really. I was talking about, you know, proxy spotting, but they're actually quite far back here. So they should be alright, but they are basically cut off from the rest of the team because of that bush over there being occupied. Oh, the IS-4s have been seen. RGT planning to make a move here. With those 1-1 frees. Orca is looking down here. He's gonna see this. Sees the 1-1 freeze. That is a very important spot right there. Endgame able to snag that B cap completely uncontested. And the first damage is coming in. Master of killing here. Not really killing much, but is getting killed instead. Already down to 850. And there's a lot more damage loss coming in right now here. RGT losing a lot on the way in. And aren't able to do a whole lot in return. These 1-1 frees here very isolated. These IS-4s now. Away from the 1-1 frees. Very heavy split. The Germans now in B with the extra IS-4. The 1-1 free here down to a potential one-shot. Now definitely a one-shot. Orca might die here out in the open. To the IS-4. But with already 3 tanks down. It's not gonna change a whole lot, is it? Endgame here. Being careful. Very patient. And getting that very critical spot. Orca there. Probably the game-winning move that he saw that. Even if it was unintentional. Catching a glimpse of that was very much necessary. Because if he didn't see that, might have caught Endgame by surprise here. But even then, they had 2 caps. They were in a very stable position. Very defensive. Because, you know, that's what you generally do if you have a cap advantage over your opponent. And that was just a very strong game by Endgame. GG. Very well played. Very good damage spread here as well, other than Orca, who died a little there early on, and Karo not really able to get his shots in there. That's a bit unfortunate of his Kranwagen. But yeah, these 1-1 frees, the tanks that you want to do the damage, were just not able to. They were singled out so heavily that there was not a lot they could do. And we're definitely seeing a lineup change here. Oh, that is a very aggressive lineup from RGT here. That is hyper aggression. Going with that. Oh, there he is. There's Shoko. Thought he hit himself. How dare he. A bit less E5s now. If they actually went with that amount, that could have been a rush strat here with maybe the arrest holding on another flank and then just pincering. That could have been possible. But with only 3 E5s, you generally don't want to do a push. Because you could run into 4, run into a crossfire, you could just die alone and then you just lose. Mouse E100 again, we see the Kranwagen here being used. And an E3 from Mr. Leonetti. It's double 263. Are they actually gonna go with that? That would be a very aggressive lineup here. Double mouse to compensate for the hit point disadvantage. Double Knan for the damage output. And an E5 to just round things up. Endgame is gonna play this aggressively. And they are going to 100% play on Dynasties. Sorry, I'm just not sure. They might just surprise me and not go the way I expect them to. So I'm not going to put out a guess. Let's put it that way. Orca showing off the new camo he got last season. Looks very nice. Alright then. Hit points here fairly similar, surprisingly. Even though there's 2 2 6 3s. And that is thanks to these two mouses here. And the Kranwangs, they do bring a lot of hit points with them. And they are all going to the city side. Let's have Object here. He's the fastest of the bunch. With a speed boost going straight into A. RGT on the other hand this time. Playing the park area. More or less to be expected with the lineup that they did choose. The E3 not suited for anything but this part of the map. As it struggles quite a lot in the middle here. Can be used defensively, but it is easy to flank those positions. Ooh, early damage coming in here. Onto that C reset. Giving them a cap advantage here. Endgame have done it again. Look at that aggression here. The 2-6-3s already pushed through, not spotted here. Let's follow them for a little. See what they do here. Holding back, they do see that Kranwang spotted and he will spot them in return. Is he gonna open fire? He will. Does not get spotted. That is some very good camera rating on that 2-6-3. Object though has been seen and RGT is pushing more attention onto this flank over here. But of course that leaves this side fairly open if Endgame does decide to go for it. Last is in a very good spot here. Holding back these two. Winch. Oh, bad peek there from the mouse. Oh, and look at that. The 268 commencing in a fight with these E5s here. They have been found. Oh, the damage is not coming in. Shots are missing. A lot of damage coming in onto Orca here, who has been focused. Kado also not hitting his shots. 263 is not working out right now. Oh, that was a good track shot on the E3. If Kado can keep him pinned there. There we go. Managing to get that E3 out early is very good. But he's gonna die for it. A lot of missed shots on these 2-6-3s here. Could have been a lot more damage if they were to be able to put them in here. Kranwang now losing significant amount of hit points. Focus now is on the center here. E100, these Krans, the mouse. The E5s are coming back as well. Object here is also still around with his E5. Therefore that constant solid DPM that he can survive. Hit points here in favor of Endgame. It is a 4v4. But Endgame with two mouses here and pincering one tank. Having the better focus fire right now. Oh, look at that Nico. He's holding back Imperial. But they lose a tank first. Focus now needs to be on Puff. And Radek trying to stay alive for as long as he can here. Making his clip useful. Winch getting that out. Hades now down to a one shot. And there's a lot of hit points still going here. If we look at the points as well. They just need to outlive them at this point. Imperial is trying to make a move towards B. It is the right choice. But is it enough? We are already at 990 and this game is going to endgame. What a good performance, but man, those 2-6-3s did not pay off at all. They were found early because of the shots that Kado took, which was very risky. And then they just could not pen most of them. Kado doing a bit more, but still, that did not pay off. And thankfully they had the mouses there that really, really helped them out a lot. And yeah, could have definitely been RGT's game there. That was a close one. And with that being said, let's check the brackets if any game is already finished other than the one for endgame. We might see some slow results coming in here. Those were rather fast games after all, but Raid has won already. You cannot even ready up with them, unknown user. That is not possible. Hey Joey. Also, hey impressive. So RGT and P0G are gonna be commencing in a match for 3rd place. And yeah. Alright, it seems it's time for the idea I had. So let's bring on Fugit. Let's give him a call. Let's just wait for him to answer. Hello, Fugit.
Mr. Every Good Name is Taken. How are you?
Hello, mate. I'm doing great.
I'm just making sure that everybody can hear you. I hope they can.
Yeah, you are coming through on my side, so let's hope I am on yours.
So we've had some interesting stuff tonight with Raid. They had a bit of a shaky first game, but since then they've steadied their ship and they've been very dominant. Very dominant indeed.
Your games have also been rather fast, seeing as how yours is also already over.
Yeah. Well, 57th, to be fair, they got a little bit overly aggressive to begin with.
No, I mean this round that we had right now.
Oh, this one, yeah. Really interesting stuff. In the first game, I thought Pog put themselves in a great position. And then Raid sent all their super heavies into the B cap as a line, 2 IS4s, 2 Mouses. Pog were lined up just behind the little sort of monument and by the A cap.
Mm-hmm.
Raid got into the B cap, capped the B cap, and got out of the B cap without losing a single piece of HP.
That is a big moral hit. That is not just a massive disadvantage if that happens against you, but it's also a moral hit because B is not easy to retake at all.
No, it was unbelievable.
Sometimes teams even expect to lose maybe half of a tank's hit points, but none. That was big process. Wow.
Yeah, and I couldn't work it out how they managed to do it. I mean, it was great that they managed to do it, but how and why? And then in the second game, Pog had got their E5s in a good position in the park. Very nice position. S1K came hurtling through the C cap in his IS4 and went straight through them all without taking a scratch again. And it's not like Pog weren't putting shots in. They were, but they were just bouncing everywhere. RNGs is definitely on the side of S1K there. So interesting game, mate.
Yeah, sounds like also a lot of misreaction, I think, from Pog then, not being able to react to those, because that shouldn't happen, right? Technically.
Well, no, it shouldn't in theory. And, you know, as I said to the stream, I find it quite surreal because at this level, these guys know how to connect their shots. They know where to aim. And I also say in virtually every single stream, at this level, bouncing and missing are game changers. They make or break a game.
Oh, for sure.
And when you have 4 super heavies pushing into B and getting B cap and coming out of B without losing 1 HP, a single HP, that's a game changer. It's a game changer.
That really is, yeah. I mean, the games I just had with Endgame, also on Dynasties, obviously, because we get the same map pool, were also rather interesting. In game 1, RGT, their opponent, tried to trap first, because they were playing double 113, triple IS4, actually. A mouse and an E100, so a solid lineup, and I liked that they took the 113s because that thing has great DPM, and now with the armor buff, really makes it viable. And they tried to push whilst Endgame was in a very good defensive position in Park. They also had a cap advantage. They just got there early because I mean, RGT gave up their fast tanks to play defensively, and then they regrouped their IS4s, or 2 of them with the 113s, tried to
Okay.
make a flanking play, but unfortunately, in just the nick of time, or maybe fortunate timing even, Orca spotted all 4 of them,
Wow.
crossing over the open. The 113 is taken out very early, and that's your firepower gone. The IS4
Yeah.
singled out, and I mean, RGT tried to push on B then, right? Because what else are you gonna do?
Hmm. Absolutely.
But with your main DPM gone, it's just not gonna be able to do a lot. And what's funny?
No.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say no. You can't, and not in that situation. It's pretty traumatic.
Yeah. And then Endgame went with 263 as so.
Wow.
How do they say? Stalin's sandal, I think. So quite a risky play. They have a good amount of DPM, but the gun handling is rather poor, and the armor is
It's not the
lackluster.
best.
And
Yeah.
what they managed to do is they pushed the 263s entirely into the enemy spawn, because RGT went full on park.
Wow.
Got there unspotted as well, but then one of the 263s shot. He stayed unspotted, but of course that gives you the signal someone is there. And then they
Yes.
pushed counter with 2 E5s and had, of course, the rest also looking there. Didn't connect their shots, those 263s, which is expected with how bad their gun is. I really don't like that tank. And it ended up being a really close 4v4 at the end, because you just lose two 263s. They got a little bit out of it in the end. They killed their E3, I think, because he was out in the open. But, I mean,
Wowzers.
that was just... They won because they had 2 basically full mouses at the end. Because
Crikey.
I think they could have lost that pretty easily. But very strong play from Endgame today as well. Also
Well,
against
I mean,
UN, very,
this is the thing. I
very
mean,
powerful.
as I said, Raid started a bit shaky, but very strong now. Very strong towards the end.
I think it was a bit different for Endgame being very strong against UN, which they had in round 2. Very good with the react, because UN tried to push them on Rockfield,
Yeah.
which just didn't
Okay.
work out. And then Endgame took matters into their own hand and pushed instead in round 2, and just that was a very strong play from Endgame. So
Wow.
very strong, maybe a bit overconfident with those 263s, but
But yeah, a little bit. It's gonna. It's set it up for an interesting final.
definitely. I mean, these teams have played themselves before, right?
Oh, absolutely. Many times.
Yeah.
I mean, they sort of know what each other are doing, but it's still going to be an interesting final. It's,
Okay.
I haven't seen the maps yet for the final. I forgot to look. What maps are they?
I haven't looked either. I'm in a replay right now.
Oh, am I? Yeah, I didn't look at the map. So this replay, the replay I've got's about to finish with a good. When they sent it to me, they said it was an STB1 game, and I didn't read the one. I thought it read an STB 17K game. I was like, wow. But it's not. It's 7.5K. I was like, wow, that's a lot of damage. But
Yeah,
no,
that is
it's obviously
nice.
not that much.
Also, I think
So-
I don't know if you've talked to your stream, but I haven't explained what we're doing right now, so maybe we should do that. Or have
Absolutely,
you?
go for it.
So
No, I sort of mentioned it. Yes.
okay, so I had the idea when I saw that we were put into the same group to more or less exploit that. Both of us have gotten a pretty strong team, and we were, if both teams want fully, to meet in the finals, or if they both lost, to meet in the match for 3rd place. You would expect them to go at least to the semis after all. And I had the idea of to also apply this then to other streams, not just us two. So with other streamers, if they were to meet in a group, to maybe have a prediction. Just have a little discussion, see how both teams are playing, how they're performing, and, just create a little bit more of an interest towards the game that is about to happen. And I think it would be a nice addition, just in general, to have sometimes when maybe you meet a streamer early, but at least you can have something out of it then.
Absolutely. Well, I've just looked, and it's New Bay, with the decider being Faust.
Ooh, that is not an easy map.
Well, it always interests me because I had it earlier on Asia, and there are effectively like two major strats to play on New Bay. Do you go to the ramps, or do you go to the park area, B and C cap?
Yeah.
And it's always interesting to see how the teams are going to play that. Now, both the teams that we're going to see are top of the game. They're incredibly good players. They know what they're doing with their hands behind their back 9 times out of 10. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play this one. Are they going to go for the cross shot firing from up high on the ramps, or send tanks towards the park and try and entice them? It's going to be an interesting one. Is it
Definitely.
a cap game or is it a HP game? I don't know yet.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you
I
think they're
mean,
going to do?
it's always so. Like you mentioned, it's either usually the bridge or the park, and it's not just about where the team goes, but where the enemy team goes and how they react. So we have four possible scenarios here. 2 of them are just head-on clashes with double park or double bridge, which
Yeah.
usually then end up being more decisive by who puts in more shots, because they are mostly hold down situations. Who's better at peeking, or just who has the better tanks for the job. That even sometimes can decide it, because you can get an unfortunate draw and be forced to play a certain way that you didn't anticipate due to the enemy's strategy. Or we see, of course, parks against bridge, or, well, vice versa, obviously, depending on what team does what. So it's very interesting, because Endgame, in and of itself, is a very aggressive team. Whilst
Yes, they are.
Raid is very, I wouldn't say defensive, but they are very stable.
But they're more of a reactive team.
Yeah,
I think they like the counter pushes and getting an understanding of the game and how it's moving, rather than trying to control the gameplay in the map from a position of knowledge. I think that's what Raid try and do a lot, which is why we see them as a little bit more reactive than aggressive. But tonight, again, they've been a bit more reactive in most of the games. Although their starting positions, I mean, Raid have always been good at getting to their positions very quickly, and that's been the case in the last 2 games. They got to their positions incredibly quickly, and really made the other teams work hard. Endgame, before we move to Endgame, Raid, well, we know they like their cranwagons, so they're good.
They've changed on that. Or how many did they use comparatively?
They've taken a few crans tonight, but they mainly, I mean, on Rockfield, it was nice to see them rolling out in the AMX M4. That was interesting. That was a good call. Used it to nice effect. No cranwagons in that. No, they did. They did have a cranwagon. A team in a cranwagon, I believe. They used IS4s, E5s, Vickers, and the AMX M4. On the games we've just had, well, they were in Dynasty's Pearl, Mouses and E100s, along with E4s. And still, a cranwagon made a showing, so the cranwagons were still there. The cranwagons are still making their still in their lineup, but they are shuffling that meta from what we saw from Winter, to be honest.
Yeah, they've definitely stopped relying on them too much, which, as I've said before, they realized that as well. Which is a very good call to make, because it's not easy. It really isn't. To change your meta, especially in matter of a season. So it's definitely well from them. But yeah, like you say, Raid, very reactive. They are very stable, the word that I like to associate with them, because they usually have a very strong communication due to most / all of them being able to speak German. Even though, yes, usually you have teams speaking English, but, having a non-English language be the main of a team, I think it bonds you better. But
that's interesting.
That's just my personal opinion. And Endgame, on the other hand, is very, like they always are, aggressive. They've shown that as well today. But aggression can lead to mistakes if you try to be too hesitant, or if you...
Well, it can.
Or if you're just not decisive enough. But Endgame usually is.
I mean, we saw with Raid earlier, 57th were very aggressive on Rockfield. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it was a nice little push. They did it twice. It was a nice push they did. They managed to surround Raid Blue and get him out of the game. But that move cost them a lot of hit points and 2 tanks for the price of 1. And this is the thing that Raid can do. So whilst it looks like it's a nicely timed push and your tanks are going in the right direction, you've got good focus fire, it can backfire if the other side are anticipating it and their focus fire is equally as good. And this is the thing, that can sort of backfire with being aggressive. We know from watching Endgame, and we know Endgame, mentality, they like to control the map.
They really do.
They like to control the direction the game is going. And they do like to get very aggressive into those early positions and really put pressure on the other teams. So New Bay is ideal for this kind of gameplay from both sides.
Definitely.
Both sides. The room is up.
Yep.
I normally jump in, not yet, I will jump in a moment because I jump in, ready up, and then jump back out again. I don't normally go into the 3-minute mark. But I think this one's going to be close. I've been watching Raid. I haven't seen Endgame in this tour, but I know Endgame, of course. Raid are looking not the Raid we saw in winter.
Definitely.
They're looking a lot more refined, a lot more consolidated, and a lot more focused than what we saw in the winter tour. And I think they're going to give Endgame a run for their money.
I mean, I hope.
don't think they're going to topple Endgame. I think Endgame are just too strong still. And that's the crux for EU. The crux for EU is knocking Endgame off that perch.
Yeah. The thing with Endgames as well, they do that also against Raid a lot from the matches that just come to mind right now. For example, a Yukon game that I remember. They make so much chaos that even a team as stable and reactive as Raid is, and it's probably one of the most teams that can react well, at least on EU, they just could not handle that. The game was all over the place, and Endgame, I don't know how they do that, but they can control that engagement and fully, like you say, control the map, control the fight, and then usually turn it around with just better focus fire and just making the right calls. So these teams are a very good matchup. You have a very aggressive team and a very defensive team in that sense. And a map like New Bay brings it out fully.
Yeah, but here's the irony. I'm following Raid and I'm sat with Endgame. You're following Endgame
I've seen that.
and sat with Raid.
Yeah.
That's how
a
that
bit
works.
bizarre. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm really anticipating this.
So am I. I mean, I'm looking at the way that the tanks are lining up at the moment, and there you go, look with the Crown Wagons.
Yep. Also, quick mention, Jack says we're here to jinx it. I don't think so. That's his job.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's his job completely. Yeah. But looking there, you see the AMX M4 is making a showing again. OG taking it out yet again. 3 Crown Wagons for Raid, a T22, an E100, and E5. Looking at Endgame, wow. Yep. What you got to say about their lineup? Is that traditional Endgame stuff?
I mean, they liked using the 50. They haven't used it at all today, I don't think. But if I think of a 50B team, it's probably Endgame. Because they are... Like, autoloaders in general work really well if you are aggressive and if you can make that aggression work. Crown Wagons as well, because they can fully load, they can single shot, meaning that even if you don't push immediately, if you can put some shots in and just wait for that clip and then push, you have some early damage and then you can control the engagement. And it's just going to be interesting to see. And a slight mention for you, if you don't know, Hollow, because Endgame likes to rename themselves like every clan does, is in this case Nico, and Ahmed is Chocolat. So.
Okay, so I was going to ask, is Hollow, Nico, and Ahmed Shock, but I wasn't sure who was who.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So there we go. Congratulations! Have fun on this one, my friend. Enjoy the commentary. Good luck to both clans. I mean, we're rooting for both of them. To be fair, it's anybody's. Obviously, there's only going to be one winner, but I'm sure they're both going to throw their best at it, and it's going to be a fantastic final for the opening round of the PYS here.
Definitely. And with that said, thank you, Fugit, for the talk, and see you next time.
Mate.
Enjoy the stream.
Bye for now. Cheerio.
And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little intermission of a sense. I try to do that now with if I meet a streamer, have a discussion before. How did their team perform? How did my team perform? Put in some predictions, just get the crowd hyped, so to speak. It sounds weird. It's just, I wanted to think of something that would make my stream more interactive and all the others as well. And I think that's a pretty good idea. I'll pitch it to the other streamers. Jack is already here. Not sure what you think, but I'll mention it. And with that said, yeah, let's focus on the game. It's going to be great. Both teams amazing, of course. I'm hoping for a tiebreaker. It would be fantastic. But as we've mentioned with Fugit, this map can excel both teams really well, depending on who grasps the situation better. I'm looking forward to it. Now, just going over the lineup here really quickly with Raid. Triple Kran, the AMX, as Fugit said, an E100, T22 and an E5. A very specialized lineup here for whatever they intend to do. And then we have Endgame with that, what was it, triple E5, yep, double Kran and double 50. That is a hyper-aggressive lineup if I've seen one tonight. And I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys are as well. And let's find out which team is gonna be the better one in Group 7 of the previous scale. Number 1 for the spring season. Now the hit points are fairly similar. We haven't looked at that too much today, but I always like to mention that here and there if there is any significant difference. Not this time though, and it seems that Raid would like to play the bridge. Moving up with most of their vehicles here, and the same does apply for Endgame. Elena here not able to put a shot in, but Blue takes one. OG spotted as well. Oh, Blue takes some more there, down to 1700. Good shots coming in, and Endgame fully spotted, other than those 50s sneaking around here. Getting closer to A. Elena here should be meeting them head on. Is able to get away, but wow, that's a lot of damage into Orca. And here we go, Endgame with that aggression, but Karolek, he's bled heavily. Focus here is now on Blue, it is on OG as well. Managing to clear that. Karo's still alive somehow. Object and Choco here trying to shield as much as possible. S1K also already lost a heavy amount of hit points. Karo here, Amorank, not sure if he's going to be able to put out another shot. And Alena here just farming on Orca, but that's it. Bump. And he goes out. Double 50 there. S1K drops, Karo drops, and a massive HP advantage here for Endgame. The aggression here definitely worked in their favor. That is a max roll from Naru in the E100. Straight on to lasts back there with HE. 1200 gone. And return to Ashes. And what a good start here. Very dominant game by Endgame. Not a lot that Raid could have done here, I believe. They had their tanks in the right positions. But Endgame was just that aggressive. I mean, Winch is still full HP at this point. He can just rush in. Getting these 50s here unspotted was very good. Even if the T22 did see them. And then the focus here was probably the game winner, whilst also not neglecting this side. I don't know how S1K lost that many hit points, but GG. And what a strong game from Endgame there. That was fantastic. And as we can see here, all of these auto loaders / auto reloaders ending up in the top. And the focus fire on especially these for here. Absolutely massive. And a GG from Endgame. Already on match point here, as these are best of 3s. You only need 2 victories. If Raid wants to take this to tiebreaker for Faust, they're gonna have to win here. It's not gonna be easy. It really won't be. So let's see what he can do. Raid here, being consistent, taking the same lineup again, trusting their strategy. Same goes for Endgame though. Thing about Raid, for those that don't know, is they like to take the same strategy, no matter the spawn. which is not a bad thing. It means you're consistent and that you have faith in your strategy. It can't work all the time. Ah, nah, Jack. That is not gonna work properly. Because none of us were prepared for that, you know. That is a bit harder to get in there out of nowhere, so we're not doing that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Both teams are gonna more or less know what to expect now. But endgame here definitely having the advantage. They can go in very risky here as they have that match point. They have that advantage. They can risk this game. They don't want to. But if need be, there's always room for error for them. Whilst Raid has their back against the wall here, they do have to be a lot more considerate with how they approach this game. And I'm looking forward to see what they're able to accomplish. All that has swapped is the spawns. The tanks are exactly the same. And it appears as to Raid wants to play the bridge again, but now with a slight split here from Blaster and Alena. We have Karo here already spotted. Does not take any damage. Object here able to avoid, and so does Shoko. Both teams here not really taking any damage. Winch and Orca trying the same thing again here. Going around with their 50s. Focus is gonna be on blue, and Naru is already waiting for his chance. Oh, Winch misses the first. Oh, puts a big shot into OG. The focus is on him here, and Karo again. The center of attention here. The target of Raid, and he is definitely going down this time. Blue looking to get that clear, and he gets it. Object there not quite able to shield enough, but look at the damage that has been done. S1K once again down to less than half. Yannick already down to a one shot here in endgame. Safely reloading these 50s. Or these Kranwagens. And the 50s, in fact. Naru down there trying to deal with Orca. It's not gonna work out properly. Winchi actually behind Naru. Not sure how he got there with his 50B, but he did. Is gonna be able to get a full clip into him. And Raid is fighting back. It's a 4v4, but the hit points are just not in their favor. Nico there gets the clear. T22 here now being the focus. The one with the most DPM here. Definitely worrisome. Oh, he messes up the shot. Last goes down. But does get the clear on that T22. S1K's Amaranth. He's not a main threat here. But Winch is gonna get him. And with that, endgame's aggressiveness. Able to absolutely annihilate Raid here. Who really tried their hardest. But it's just not enough to stop endgame. Absolutely astonishing aggression here from these teams. And Orca. And the other 3 autoloaders again. Top damage here. 6 of the kills as well. And that is what I mean. If you can take the aggression into your hands and make it work like endgame does basically everywhere, it's really hard to stop this. And with autoloaders even more so. It is just so strong and it just works and works. Very strong game here. I hoped for a closer one, but Raid not able to react there. Did get shot down. And that is a GG to endgame, winning their group. And let's just have a look at all the others. Serenity and up. APA he's still playing. I don't expect them to be finished already. It's just endgame was this fast. But the matches for third place should all be done at this point, or at least close to completion. Vale here winning theirs against Reckham 2-1 in a tiebreaker. Reti here winning 2-0. Don't think this one is done yet. Inside Group 3, I believe Fuha would... Oh, nope, they're still playing. Tiebreaker on this one here, probably. This one is most likely also still going. Let's check this match of third place. S1A winning here 2-0 on Mayan Runes. That was the match for third place map. BPS here. I would assume won that, and indeed they did. The other one probably still going. Oh no, that was a fast finish from BPS here. Clearing out Group 5. Quite a strong one. Phoenix here winning over Quick 2-0. We know this one. Let's have a look at this. I think from the discussion I had with Fugit, I would have... Oh, okay. I would have put it for RGT here, honestly. They played some very solid games against Endgame. It's just that, you know, it's Endgame. It's not easy to beat. But Pog here, the stronger team, winning 2-0. And yeah. Some of these games are going to come in slowly and steadily here, so... I'm going to throw in a couple more replays. We're going to wait for the final results to come in. And then we're going to end it off for today. So let's do exactly that. Let me see, what was the last replay I showed? TVP. So let's go with this one next then. And with that, I'm just going to quickly grab myself something to drink and be right back for you. Alright, I am back. Sorry for that. But yeah, as Jack just said in chat, Endgame is ruthless. But that's their nature, or their style of play that they pretty much have used always / for a very long time now. It's really hard to master such a gameplay, but if you can, it's just so valuable. So, you know, that's why this is this strong. You don't see a lot of teams like this, especially that can apply it this well. So it's even harder to counter, even for teams that expect this and have played against this already. It's just very hard. And Endgame is just very dominant in general. Gonna make a good showing again this season, but I like to see that Raid has improved from Winter. Definitely have gotten stronger, even if it wasn't quite showable in the last game. Also, Grapes here currently playing his Vicus on Mines. I think I should have mentioned that at least. So yeah, I'm going to be showing replays until probably o'clock, and then I'm going to round things up for tonight. And we'll be back then on Wednesday for the next tournament stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feedback is as always appreciated if you have any. And yeah, that's all there's really to it. Oh my god. That E3 just got double tapped by those TDs. Nice shots by them. E3 on range is not easy to pen. Oh, that was lucky. So yeah, for those who want to still... Oh my god, he could have died here so easily if the waffle went for an AT. So for those who are going to stick around, if you have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the chat. And for those that are going to sign off here, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and, you know, see you all again next time. But I'm going to be sticking around a little longer. before some of these replays are just gonna get yeeted into nothingness. Oh, hiccup. What was that shot? I think the WZ might have had a bit of package loss there. That's not even ping anymore at that point, that's just package loss. It looked like to him that the Vickers was still reversing. Else that would have not happened. Oh my god. Oh, he's giving up. That is boring. I'd love to see the chat right now, but I have it turned off due to potential toxicity, so we gotta stick with this for now. But yeah, that's just very unsportsman in my eyes to just give up a match like that, especially when it's far from over. I'd leave the i7 to the TDs, honestly. And just deal with the Yak Tiger. Because if the Yak Tiger joins up with the i7, things are going to be a whole lot different. Although that doesn't seem to be his plan. Oh, risky, but it's going to work. Yak Tiger's not that fast in traverse. Nice track shot. His TD's gotta stop moving though. He can't keep that Yak Tiger occupied forever. Oh, that's just nasty. What kind of fire is that? 2 fires and 2 shots. That is evil, Grapes. Come on, you can't do that. And that's GG. Well played. Well done. Oh, let's just look at the game chat. I'm not going to. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show that one. Let's see if you've sent anything else that I can show instead. Yep, let's just take this. So let's see. Let's have this open in the corner, I guess. I'm not going to do all puns. I'm just going to do some. It's going to take too long if I want to go through all of them. Alright, so... Wait, this is not going to help me. Damn it. Let's just go to the Wargaming website. They also have the results there. Tournament. Current, previous scale. Matches. So the only game still going on is APA versus Serenity. TFCZ lost to A1N1 in the finals. Shadow won their finals 2-0. Reckham won the finals 2-1 against Sparta. Zenith lost their final in a tiebreaker. BPS 1, we knew that. We knew this one. So the only game still going is now I've lost for words. APA. Good shot there. Give me a second. Ah, that's Layla on Asia. Interesting. You don't get anything for watching streams. Not the previous skill ones, I can tell you that much. I don't know about the later stages of the tournament, if they are getting any rewards, but, you know, we just have to wait and see. I'm not that much in knowledge of that. Shut up, Panda. Have a good night, Layla. That guy just gave up as well. Come on, what is this? Stop giving up, people. If I see anyone here giving up in-game, I'm gonna get very annoyed. Stop doing that. I only do that when I know that there's literally no chance of doing another shot of damage. Otherwise, fight till the end. Oh, that is a nice shot from Fugit. Ooh, he be cooking some leopard tonight. That sounds wrong. Nice attempt. Also, when did you get a Kampfpanzer, Layla? Oopsie. Nice. Hey, she got it. 6 kills in the platoon. Nice. Well done. Alright, and with that, let's have a final look at the results. They should be done now. And APA has lost to Serenity. And that concludes all matches for today. We have, yep. Just go quickly scroll through them here so you can get another glimpse. If you want to see something specific, just pause. I don't think we're gonna get the brackets just yet, so I could wait another maybe 30 minutes, but I really don't feel like it. So, for the sake of the stream, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If I pronounce the name wrong, let me know. Any other feedback as well is appreciated. Thank you for watching, and see you all again next time. Bye bye.